You know, I can teach you a life lesson, if you're interested. Well, hey there. Got a moment? Ha! Well, you know the old saying, teach someone to fish. You know, I can teach you a life lesson, if you're interested.
What is up, everyone? Mars here, bringing you guys the news in the flash. Let's get right into it. We start things off with probably one of the biggest news in the metal community, and that is the unfortunate passing of metal icon Vincent Paul Abbott, also known as Vinnie Paul, who many of you will know as the co-founder and drummer of Pantera and also the brother of late bandmate Dimebag Darrell. If you don't know who Pantera is, one of the most influential metal bands of all time, then I highly ask that you just pause this video right now, go watch some of their stuff, and then come back to this and finish watching this video. Anyways, so Vinnie Paul passed away 4 days ago over the weekend at the age of 54, who, according to the family, passed away in his sleep and is currently at the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. The Las Vegas Review-Journal is reporting that sources who are close to Vinnie were saying that he suffered a major heart attack, but right now there isn't really any official confirmation on that, so just stay with that. There's sources for it. And if there is any updates to the story, I will be sure to let you guys know on it. Also, I want to take a moment and send my heart and love out to the Abbott family, particularly Jerry Abbott, who is the father of both Vinnie and Dime, and now has to bury his second son. That is never a good experience to feel. But moving on, though, we have Coheed and Cambria, who has announced their new album, Unheavenly Creatures, which is set to be released on October 5th, and it is bound to be a monster of an album. It's clocking in at around 78 minutes. Hell, the lead single off of it is 10 minutes long, and it's called The Dark Sentencer. Not only that, but this album is also going to be self-produced, and it's also returning to the sci-fi narrative of the Amory Wars, which it'll also include a deluxe box set called the Act 1, the Unheavenly Creatures Deluxe Box Set, and it'll include an 80-page illustrated sci-fi novel and the complete Act 1 novella written by Claudio Sanchez and his wife. And be sure to check out details for that down below. That includes pre-orders, track list, artwork, all that good stuff. When the bass of the Black Veil Brides, Ashley Purdy, announced that this Warped Tour was going to be the place, and I quote, where you are going to see Black Veil Brides for the last time ever in your entire life. The internet instantly went ablaze with rumors and speculations of reasons as to why the band was breaking up. All of that speculation was instantly shut down into a great ball of fire as Andy Biersack came into the scene and stitched those wounds and confirmed that the days aren't numbered for this band and their legacy, as Andy went and stated to Alternative Press that this was the first time that he had heard anything about a breakup for the band, and that the band was actually in the early stages of a big 10-year retrospective release where the band was going to completely re-record the entirety of We Stitch Those Wounds. Seeing as the first time they made the album, it was done with only like a couple of $1,000s, and it didn't reach the full potential of the band, basically. And while I think that We Stitch Those Wounds was a great album to start off with, I think, yeah, if you go back and listen to the transition from their debut albums to their sophomore album, there's definitely a dramatic improvement between the two of them. It makes things instantly feel dated if you just go back and listen to them. Anyways, Ashley Purdy later came out and clarified that it wouldn't be the last time fans would be able to see Black Veil Brides. It would just be the last time that they would be able to see them on Warped Tour. So that's a big oops. But if you guys want to learn more, links will be down below for you. Now in some things that slightly suck. I know we're kind of jumping a little bit around here, but Fat Mike of NOFX has announced that they were essentially forced to cancel their entire tour because no venue would have them. They basically released a statement saying, bleep it, I'm not supposed to talk about it, but because of the comments we made in Las Vegas, every NOFX show has been canceled in the US. We did not drop off the shows. We were told that NOFX was not welcome to play any big venues in the United States. No joke. NOFX has been effectively banned in our own country. This is not our choice, but it is our reality. We are very sorry to our fans, especially the ones in Austin. For now, we are playing in Europe, Mexico, and Canada. The Punk and Drublic Festival is still happening in Europe, and other countries, and I'm trying my best to bring it back to the U.S., but a lot of people don't want it to happen. It bleeping sucks. We made a mistake, we apologized, and we got to suffer the consequences. Maybe it ain't fair, but whoever said life was. We are just very thankful that our fans are being so supportive. Thanks to all of you. See you all in Slovenia tomorrow. All right, so first off, I find it pretty hard to believe that every single venue wouldn't have them. There are definitely venues that have taken much more controversial names, so I have a hard time believing that. But that's besides the point. What they did, you might be asking. Well, back in late April, they were playing in Las Vegas at the Punk Rock Bowling and Music Festival, and while they were on stage, they made the pretty insensitive remarks about the 2017 Las Vegas shooting, where a man barricaded himself on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel and started opening fire with an AR-15 with an attached bump stock onto a crowd of concert goers that left 59 people dead, 851 people injured, including 441 of them being injured by gunfire. And the dude supposedly fired off 1,100 rounds all within 15 minutes. That is insane. But it is definitely something that is very haunting to a lot of people there, especially in that area. And it's not the greatest idea to go out on stage and say, well, at least they were country fans to these people. That like, when I first heard that, I found it a little bit funny, but that's because I have a dark sense of humor. But at the same time, I'm like, that was extraordinarily dumb. You shouldn't have said that. There is going to be hell to pay for that. Anyways, I'll leave the links below if you guys want to check out the statements for it. All right, let's get you guys some new music. And we start things off with Halestorm bringing out their new song, Black Vulture. It's actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Check that out below. Bad Wolves has released their new music video for their song Remember When. Black Label Society has released their new live music video for their song Trampled down below. Check out all of those down below. And finally, Bad Religion put out their new song, The Kids Are Alt-Right. Oh my god. And while it's not as stupid as, say, Straight from the Past, Goodnight Alt-Right, which literally promoted violent activism against American citizens, that song was literally as vile as Maxine Waters openly telling the Democratic Party that they should go out and harass Republicans because they're not welcome anymore. But Bad Religion's song is still pretty dumb, and musically it's just as lazy as Straight from the Past song. Like, they actually use an image of Pepe to try and describe the alt-right, which that's an immediate red flag right there. Just a word to the wise, if somebody is trying to use an internet meme to describe any political party whatsoever, whether it be liberal, whether it be conservative, left, right, immediately proceed with caution with that person, because most of the time they have no idea what they're actually talking about. And we can see this in the music video where Bad Religion tries to compare conservative values, which hold many of the ideologies of classic liberalism. They try to compare it to communism, Nazism, fascism, which all get their mold from socialism. All of these go against the very ideas and beliefs of conservatism, which is, of course, the freedom of the individual, equality of opportunity, free market, and limited government intervention. And I know that's a lot of isms, but it annoys me to no end that these punk rockers who 30 to 40 years ago would claim to be against the establishment now have no problem whatsoever turning around and siding with a group that wants to give the government, aka the establishment, more power to force people to behave a certain way, particularly with gender politics, which has no real scientific grounds to back it up. You know, they're steadily pushing people to disavow their own religion, beliefs, and culture while being forced to openly accept others in order to serve the common people. This also includes the fake narrative that's been pushed by the left about victimhood and how that's ultimately turned into racism and sexism in its own standard, and how the left adamantly refuses to acknowledge that. But they also want to force people who are in higher income brackets to pay more money out of their pockets and higher taxes in order for them to fund these pointless social programs and this folks system of equality of outcome, which is bad news all the way around. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. There's been so many systems that have tried this in the past that have completely failed. And they're doing all of this while baiting out lie after lie after lie after lie. It's insane. And I'm not trying to get political here. Trust me, I'm trying to shy away from it as much as possible with these kind of videos. And it's only something that I've been recently picking up on. But I am trying to make a point here, and the point is that the punk movement, the anti-establishment, no bleeps given mentality, that is dead. It's dead and gone, straight and simple. And what has been put in its place is the revived mindless corpses that are now acting as the cogs in the same wheel they swore to grind to a halt back in their day. And I think I'm going to end the episode there. I won't go too deep into it. Actually, before we do go, I seeing as I've said a number of things, and I'm sure a number of people will have comments of opposition or approval, please feel absolutely free to leave those comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you all for joining me for this episode. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want more, and I will see you all on the next one. Mars out.